Hey guys, welcome to my late Hell in a Cell review. I know it is late, 2 days, 1 day, whatever it is. I know it is late, but I was extremely tired yesterday, and by the time I'd really felt doing the video, I was so knackered I fell asleep. So sorry. I'm gonna do the video now, and just Hell in a Cell. If you didn't watch it, well, you wouldn't miss much. I'll get on to the review straight away. We started off first with Sheamus versus Christian. Now, an interesting thing that happened before this match. Miz and Truth came out with to the ringside with tickets. I thought, that's a bit of a genius idea. Laurinaitis then got them thrown out. Interesting, I wonder how that goes. Anyway, there was a side headlock takedown by Sheamus, jumped over the rope, slapped by Christian, countered by Sheamus from punches to the chest, which is a good countering session. I liked that. Sheamus at one point did a ridiculously nice fall away slam done with such aggression. It was great to see that again. I love that. There's a lowered, modified electric chair drop where he basically held on, where Christian was holding onto his back, onto Sheamus's back, and literally Sheamus went back and planted him. Christian sold it so well. I thought that was just a fantastic way of Christian saying, "Yeah, I got whacked by that." Christian then countered a broad kick, run up with a kitchen sink, which I thought was a great little counter to stop the momentum of Sheamus right there. It slowed the match up, I will say. But Sheamus then countered an Irish whip tilt-a-whirl into a front power slam, which was awesome. An Irish whip curse backbreaker countered into a crossbody. Oh, no, actually, he countered a crossbody into that, which was quite cool. Sheamus had a lot of offense in this match, I will say right here. The tornado DDT by Christian got a 1 count though. It really doesn't show the impact of a tornado DDT really. Sheamus used the ropes to flip up onto the top rope there from the bottom of the canvas, which is awesome, and then hit a shoulder block to a good pop. So let's know that Sheamus is going up here. Christian got a spear after Sheamus missed hit the and then basically, I'm being lost here. But on the outside, Sheamus missed the post and then got speared by Christian. Sheamus got in at 7, which is a great time to get in from a in-ring count out, then gets speared again, kicked out at 2. Christian went for a diving headbutt and missed big. That was a really hard impact, I'll tell you that for sure. Christian countered a Celtic cross, but couldn't lock in the Impretia. Christian missed the spear, gets hit by a brogue kick, and Sheamus covers for the win. They're the highlights of that match. It was a physical back and forth match, but Sheamus' offense was a lot better and had a lot more great moves. Overall, I just felt Christian's offense just wasn't really, the crowd weren't really interested in what Christian was doing, and that really didn't help. Because every time Christian did something, he was showing the anxiety of not being able to get Sheamus down. But every time Sheamus did a move, you felt it was impactful enough to win a match. With Christian, I felt he just didn't have what it took to beat Sheamus, which was annoying because I predicted Christian to win because he needed it. He looked quite weak, and it was a good start to the show. The crowd was quiet though; they really didn't seem interested, even though this was built up a bit. I mean, there were some great moves. I have to tell you that for sure. And I expected more from this. I expected more from Christian, but yeah, I expected him to get more from that. Overall, though, this was a good physical back and forth match. I'll give it 2 stars. I'm being nice, I'm sure, but it was worth it for its time. Then next up, Mystico's SIn Cara defeated Juniccio's SIn Cara. I will call them Mystico and Junicio to make sure you can differentiate between the two. Junicio is the black masked one, and Mystico is the original, if you don't know. And there was no reaction for Junicio when he came out there. Holy shit, people didn't give a fuck. There was a bow and arrow submission move counted into a cover by Mystico, which I loved. You don't see that kind of move often, really. You don't see a bow and arrow often. Then he gets counted into a pin. Awesome. A spinning leg scissors by Junicio was countered by Mystico the exact same way. Doppelganger! Springboard head scissors and a springboard arm drag by Mystico was then followed up by a planche to the outside. Great sequence of moves. The crowd loved it. Mystico whooped ass, I'll tell you that for sure. ISO moonsault was then missed by Mystico on the outside. JR referenced the actual name as an ISO moonsault. You are awesome, JR, keep it up. A rear naked choke by Junicio really defined the differences between the two, because you can see Junicio is more power and submission based. He then hit a flying press over the top rope to no reaction. You see, no one gave a fuck about the other guy. No one gave a shit. I had a boring chant at this point, right? Later on, every time Junicio got offense, he was saying boring, boring. I thought, oh, for fuck's sake, not all matches are supposed to be fast, despite the fact I thought this one was going to be. This is a lot more physical than I thought. But still, the boos and boring chants are still ringing out, and I'm thinking, fuck you. You got to show interest even when you're watching these two guys. It's not the in-ring style you like, but fuck it. Good wrestlers here. Springboard was then missed. Mystico flips round out of it. A crossbody to the outside by Mystico. Gets a lot of cheers. See, there wasn't as much boring chants as people were actually saying in their reviews online. Tell you that for sure. But the shows that did show, no one gave a fuck about Hunicio. Hurricane Rana countered into a powerbomb by Hunicio, which is great counter. Gets two. Hunicio goes up, and Mystico goes up and hits an arm drag off the top rope, which we were all expecting to be the C4 flip, which obviously wasn't the case. Hurricane Rana roll through by Mystico, got the three. The crowd cheering a bit. They liked to see Mystico win. There were some good moves here. It was good. They both got a bit of offense, but I will say, the crowd did not give a shit whenever Hunicio got offense. That really, really down the match for me, because the crowd, I mean, I know I've got tinnitus, my ears are still blocked, getting the syringe next week, that I couldn't hear the crowd very well, which actually proved to be quite useful. But at the same time, I could hear these boring chants, I was thinking, you bastards, trying to ruin them. It wasn't that bad. I'll say this to all the reviewers out there. This was not as bad as you say. 1 3/4 stars from me, because I liked the wrestling put on. But it wasn't that bad. It was slower than it should have been, but fuck it. It wasn't that bad, seriously. An impromptu match here. AirBoom defeated Jack Swagger and Dolph Ziggler to retain the tag team titles. Booker got pwned, actually, because Cole said AirBoom was the worst nickname since Harlem Heat. There's been worse, but good to see Cole getting on over on Booker. Swagger and Dolph do actually look like a good team based on appearances, because they look kind of similar. Didn't realise that. A tilt-a-wall head scissors double team on Ziggler by AirBoom was cool. An ankle lock on Bourne. Then Kofi then got crossbodied into Swagger, which is nice. Swagger went for a powerbomb from the top rope, gets Hurricane Rana. Kofi holds on to Ziggler to get the win. Now, this is the thing. That's the highlights of this match. There wasn't many great moments to remember it by, in my opinion. But it was fast, physical, good match, though, that highlighted what good teams both these guys are, and Ziggler and Swagger actually do make quite a good team with similar-ish physiques and a move style which do see in well. It was a good match to watch, but even though there wasn't that much to talk about. Ziggler did sell well, Davey. You were right about that. He does. The ending was nice, but although a little underhanded for a face team, crowd were a bit more into it, but with the lack of memorable moments and the lack of much psychology, I really couldn't get into the match too much. And I'll give it 1.5 stars. Simple, really. I wasn't planning on giving it anything more, so because it was impromptu and we didn't really feel the love for this match, really. Mark Henry defeated Randy Orton in Hell in a Cell match to retain the World Heavyweight Championship. The build-up promo was basically the Night of Champions promo with some extra stuff added on to the end. That's what I call a cut-and-shunt job by the WWE production team. Not one of your finest moments, I'll tell you that. Henry pulled and stretched Orton's arm around the post, and Orton was selling it just after it happened. I thought, yes! He's finally selling a move! Yes! And then he goes up along the ring apron like nothing's fucking happened. That son of a bitch. You gotta sell the move if it's just fucking happened for a long period of time. Gah! Henry then rammed Orton into the cell on the ring post, which is exactly what you get for no selling. This guy's been in the industry longer than you, he fucking knows. Running power slam with authority by Henry got 2. Power slam on the floor, which has gotta hurt. Henry threw the steel steps at Orton, but he got out of the way, and it was thrown with so much force. I wanted it to hit. I wanted to see Orton writhing in pain and actually knowing what it feels like by selling such a ridiculous move. But no. Henry then threw Orton like Orton. I can't remember if Orton threw Henry like a javelin or the other way around, but it happened. Orton got pressed into the cell, but then gets up and walks into the ring like his head hasn't just been pressed into chain link mesh. What the hell, man? Stop no-selling, son of a bitch. Honestly, this is why, again, I hate Orton, because he doesn't fucking sell the punishment. Orton almost gets World's Strongest Slammed on the steps, but counters and hits a DDT on said steps. Nice move. Good bit of brutality. Then Orton gets back in the ring, hits an RKO, but Henry kicks out. This is after the Hangman DDT, Luther's press, all that shit. And Henry kicked out of it, which is strange. Orton goes for the punt. Henry gets up, back to World's Strongest Slam on for the 3. And then afterwards, Henry tries to break the ankle. Orton then whacks him a few, and then Mark Henry runs away. Not really the best way to set up a strong heel champion. There's some great moves by Henry, but I don't really get away from the fault this match had. Orton no-selling. Stupid. Henry winning but then retreating, not really good. A weak, and actually, to be honest, the finish was a bit rushed for me. I felt that they shouldn't have just got up straight away after being hit with an RKO and then hitting the world's strongest slam. I thought it was a really shit finish. The combat didn't feel like a title match, and the crowd didn't go mad for it either. So the commentators did actually make it a lot. They did make the match a lot bigger than it was, which I'll commend you guys for. But it's basically Henry doing all the work here, which is great, but at the same time shows how lazy Orton is and really how shit he is. Again, give it like the World Night of Champions match. It was like that, basically. 1 star, I'll give it that. Next up, Cody Rhodes. He came out, unveiled the classic IC title belt to a huge amount of cheers from the crowd. They were loving that. Laurinaitis came out after Cody Rhodes said, you know what, I'll defend any place, anytime, anywhere. Laurinaitis said, okay, I'll bring out Morrison and you could face him right here in your suit. And John Morrison came out to a ginormous pop, which actually should be a good thing because that means he is getting quite big now. Heavy headlock takedowns by Morrison and a baseball slide. Cody hangs onto the ring post in protest at being in this match. Morrison gets him off. Back in the ring, Rhodes goes up Morrison and starts to dominate it a bit. Cole's going overboard here on commentary, stating how unfair this is. Booker then reused Taz's line that this is not ballet. Sure, it's probably JR's line first, but fuck it, I haven't heard that line in ages, so I'm putting my thumbs up to Booker for that one. Hair pull by Cody, gets a punch to the head with a kick, which was nice selling from that because he looked like he'd just literally been shot. Got the roll up after John Morrison missed a move and got the 3. Very short match, but it was back and forth, some good grappling stuff. Not too much moments though. I was surprised to see Cody win it though, but at least he didn't win dirty. At least got an actual pin cover on the guy and won. 3/4 of a star, mostly due to its short time and the fact that this match did come out of the blue. You know, not really worth my time looking at anything else that way. Beth Phoenix defeated Kelly next to win the Divas Championship. Finally! Should have been done fucking last month. Head scissors was counted into a backbreaker by Beth, which was nice. Dragon Sleeper was done by Beth. A Dragon Sleeper in a Divas match? Oh, hell yeah! Loved that. Backbreaker stretch by Beth, which was a great way of selling that back still. Psychology in a Divas match! Seriously, is hell freezing over or something? Because this is actually good stuff. Oh my god. It's great. Kelly did a sick-looking bulldog off the top rope to get 2. Well, Kelly did actually roll up from that backbreaker stretch to get 2, so that was actually quite cool. There was an upside-down Mexican surfboard stretch variation by Beth, which I applauded. Fantastic use of a move there. It's a great variation on it too. And Natalia then hit Kelly with the microphone and she got to the ropes. Beth hit the glam slam for the win. It was faster. It was a faster match than I expected it to be. Kelly got some offense, but not too much of it, which showed she was getting fucking pummeled. Beth did some great moves and Kelly sold them fantastically. Wasn't the best Divas match on pay-per-view, but you know what? Actually, do you know what? For what it's worth, I give it 3 1/4. Oh no, I'm not 3 1/4. That's wrong. 3/4 of a star. That's better. 3/4 of a star. Not bad. It wasn't the best match ever for Divas, but it showed in-ring psychology. Dominance by a heel person. Didn't I say it in the predictions that a heel diva wins against a female champion? It happens. A face champion loses 3rd time running to a heel challenger. It happens, therefore it should be like that. So 3/4 of a star. I'm being kind, really, because the match was not really anything too spectacular, but then again, I'm willing to give it that because it was actually not that bad a match. I mean, for Divas, anything's possible. And guys, I'm going to leave it here because I have to go to part 2 to go through all the stuff that happened in the Triple Threat cell. So I hope you'll be back for that when I get that uploaded in the next hour or so. I'll see you then. Hope you guys enjoyed this part. I'll see you in a minute. See you.